What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today we're going to go through all of the currently available PS5 licensed arcade sticks on the market. This is about 5 sticks right now, and there are other arcade sticks that will work for PS5, especially if you're not playing PS5 games. But this is just the stuff that is PS5 licensed, and this is the stuff that you know is going to work with every PS5 game. So, I have a video on the channel explaining what arcade sticks work with what games on the PS5. I strongly recommend that you go check that video out just to get a feeling for, is your arcade stick going to work on the PS5 games you want to play? Because it's not exactly cut and dried. So these sticks are PS5 licensed, which means they will work on every PS5 game, full stop. That includes shooters, fighting games, whatever. And we're going to start off from the cheapest to the most expensive over here. And the cheapest one today is the Qanba Drone 2. This is the follow-up to the original Qanba Drone. And the big difference on this is the price. It's almost double the price of the original Qanba Drone. The original Qanba Drone was around $80, and this one retails for anywhere from $120 to $150 once you have it shipped to your house. And it is the cheapest arcade stick you can get that's PS5 compatible as of the time of this video. I hope that's not true for long. I do hope there are more inexpensive arcade sticks soon. In fact, I'd love to see a price drop on this guy because it's not a bad stick, but it is a bad value at $120 to $150. It's kind of loud. It does not include Sanwa Denshi parts, so it's not like arcade quality parts. It does not have a removable cable. It just has like an overall plastic construction that, great at $80, feels low quality at $140. Also, if you're looking to upgrade the stick at all, you're going to quickly run into the $200 price point where there's more competition. I feel like you're going to get a better stick overall. So I'd recommend this for somebody who is going to be happy with the parts that's in it. They're not going to play a ton of games on it. They just want something for the novelty factor, and they're just looking for the least expensive stick they can find right now. The next step up in price is going to be up to $200, and that is this guy. This is the Hori Fighting Stick Alpha. And you won't see this on the shelves the way it is here. I've customized it, and that's one of the strengths of this stick. It's very easy to customize. It's got this kind of hinged design, so you can just open it up and get right to the inside of it, swap out sticks, swap out buttons, do whatever you want in here. It's a very cool design that way. It's a very large stick. It's much heavier than the Qanba Drone 2, but it's got these convenient handles that allow you to grab it and take it with you wherever you go. I don't love the form factor of the stick, though. It is a little too deep for me, so when I put it on my lap, I feel like it's kind of hanging off the back of my knees a little bit, and it's just a little too big. But other than that, I really like it. If I could change anything about this stick, I would make a removable cable up here. There is a cable compartment to kind of store it when you open it up, but you do have to open it up, and then you got to wrap it around these posts. You do run the risks of hitting these wires connected to the buttons. So, I'd really recommend coming up with some kind of removable cable solution, whether it's just an extension or whatever. But I like this stick a lot. I think it's a pretty good value at $200. It's very customizable, very easy to replace the artwork, very easy to replace the stick and the buttons. I just don't love the form factor. I don't love how deep it is, how, from here to here, how big it is. It's a little bit too big for my lap. Next, we've got the Qanba Titan. So this is a new for 2023 stick. This feels a lot higher quality than the Qanba Drone 2, but it's about $100 more expensive. There are a couple of big metal plates in here that really add to the weight, which makes it more stable in your lap. However, the one I have, and I am going to send this back and get it replaced by Qanba, is bowed on the bottom. So it's like tippy this way, which makes it really hard to play with on a desk, which is really annoying. That being said, other than that flaw, and I hope that's just a flaw with this particular one, it does come with Sanwa joystick, Sanwa buttons. It's just a higher quality stick overall than the drone. And while it's $100 more, if you're planning on playing more than just super casually, I definitely recommend stepping up to this one over the drone 2. Next, we've got Obsidian's Big Boy. This one comes in at about $299.99, and it is a massive stick. It is very wide, so it just covers your entire lap, but you'll see that it's not quite as tall as the Hori, which makes it fit on my lap a lot better, and it's a little more comfortable in my lap. I really like this stick a lot. It's $300, $100 more than the original Obsidian. The Obsidian 2 doesn't offer a lot of new features, but does offer a lot more cost. That being said, I really, really like this stick. If you're going to play like all the time on a fighting stick, this is probably the way to go. Just probably spend a little extra to get something that you're really going to be happy with. Yes, $300 is too much for this stick, but you know, that's the world we live in right now. The last one that I wanted to take a look at is the Victrix. Now this one, if you thought $300 was too much, this is $400. This is the leverless version. I have been playing on the levered version for 2 years, and while this one is for the PS5, the PS4 version functionally is identical. The only differences are the finishes available and the fact that there is a PS5, PS4, PC switch on the inside of the controller. I really like these controllers quite a bit. They're very solid. They're this like aluminum shell construction. They also have a attach in the back to make it very easy to customize the lever and the buttons. You can also store the joystick if you get the joystick version to make it flat on the top for easy travel. Also, the cable just wraps around these posts, which is very easy for travel or for storage, and it's got a removable cable. $400 is an awful lot, but you're getting this like cool aluminum case that feels very heavy duty. It feels very premium, and I like these ones quite a bit. If you can afford it, if the $400 doesn't scare you off right off the bat, then yeah, I think they're really nice sticks. So I think it's interesting to compare the price points. So obviously, the Qanba Drone 2, it's alone in its price point. If you're looking for the least expensive stick available right now, this is your only choice. At the $200 price point, I think things are a little more interesting. From Hori, you get the Fighting Stick Alpha, and from Qanba, you have the Titan. For me, I think that the Fighting Stick Alpha is a much better value. You get easily customizable artwork, easily customizable buttons and levers. You know, the whole thing just feels really quality. I really love the way you can just open the case up, get to the inside, so if something starts going wrong, you're good to go. You know, it's just a much more customizable stick. I like the Titan. I think it's a fine stick. It doesn't have any exciting features, in my opinion, and feels a little overpriced for what you're getting here. It doesn't have a easily customizable interior. I mean, once you get into it, you can easily customizable, but it doesn't have a hatch that you can open. I don't like the fact that the cable is not removable. I don't really understand why this stick costs over $200, honestly. It costs more than the Fighting Stick Alpha and doesn't feel like it really should. It doesn't have the features that really stand out and say, yeah, this is $20 better than the Fighting Stick Alpha. Comparing the Qanba Obsidian 2 to the Victrix sticks, it's a little harder because there's a $100 price difference here, and honestly, you can see where the $100 is spent. With the Victrix, you get, you know, this full aluminum construction, you get a removable cable, you get this hatch to make it, you know, easy to get in and customize the inside. If you're buying the one with the lever, you get a removable lever. You get this like anodized purple or white kind of finish to it, which I have the gray one. I've had the gray one now for 2 years, and the thing is basically flawless. And I don't treat this particularly kindly, to be honest with you. And the finish is basically spotless, and I've been using it, you know, heavily for 2 years. There's a couple hundred hours at least of Street Fighter use alone on there. So I really like those sticks. And yeah, they're $400, but you can kind of see, you feel why it's $100 more than the Obsidian 2. That being said, I really like the Obsidian 2. Even though it's $100 more than the original Obsidian, I really like these plexiglass tops. There's something about the tone of the button presses, the feel of the lever, that it's just really appealing. It feels right with an acrylic top or a plexiglass top. I also like the buttons. You know, having L3 and R3 right here where the Victrix has left those out again. That's kind of a bummer on the Victrix, but I really like how they're just here. So if I need them, they're just a button press away. I really didn't like how this doesn't have a removable cable for $300. I really didn't like, you know, these kind of side pods, but when I'm playing with the stick, this just feels like a super high quality tournament ready stick. Yeah, it's $300, but it ended up being my favorite stick of all 5 of the new 4 PS5 arcade sticks. So that's my opinion, but I'd really like to hear your opinion in the comments below. What arcade stick for the PS5 is your favorite, and what features are you looking for out of a PS5 stick or arcade stick in general that aren't available on the sticks here, or what combination of features are not available? Maybe it's just a price point thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
This will be a good fight. Round 1.